Welcome to episode 50.
60.
50-60. I think that's 60 in John speak.
50-10.
50-10.
Yeah, 30 potatoes.
Oh, Lord. Welcome to whatever episode this is. Thanks for joining us here. We have our buddy Chris back, guest starring again.
Hello, it is good to be back.
But yeah, before we get into tonight's game, as always, we have our announcements. Jeremy's going to say them with a mouthful of soup.
The soup is so good. Oh my God. So you know that we use different people. I'm going to just say this. I'm going to say something a little bit different than I normally say, which is we don't really make money off of this. I mean, so it's really cool that we get really just to be part of the community, the D&D community. And it's really cool that other people are like, hey, yeah, you can actually use this and we're not going to charge you. We just want to be a part of the community too. And so if you go to rollslayers.com/partners, you'll see some of the people who have partnered with us, at least from that help us. They don't really, they allow us to use their material so that we can produce a decent podcast for you guys. So some of those people are Sirenscape, so sirenscape.com, beyondskyrim.org for a lot of the music that we use. We're also using some stuff from the Critical Role folks. Welcome to Taldori album is really cool. And Celestial Aeon Project, I know, is another one that we use. So welcome to the community. It's awesome. And we're really proud to just be here and to consider ourselves as, hopefully half decent content producers in this community. And we couldn't do it without all these awesome partners. So thanks.
Thank you, folks.
I really like the energy we're bringing this time.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
I like the vibe.
Yeah, I mean, today is just it's just a calmer sort of day.
Yeah.
And so on that note, let me tell you about World Anvil. World Anvil is an excellent resource for you to, compile all of your notes on your world that you're building and to prompt some of your creativity. Check out our affiliate link at worldanvil.pxf.io/rollslayers.
Thanks, John. Last
Over
but
to
not
you.
least, we got social medias. Check them out. We got the YouTube. Check that out. We got the Patreon, which is really neat. We just recorded our second little behind-the-scenes question and answer sort of thing with me and Hayden, and then our guest, Liz.
I asked all the good questions.
She asked some very interesting questions.
True, yeah.
It was great. If you want to know Vern's top favorite albums and music genres, tune in.
And who
The
Vern would
Patreon.
eat
And
if
who
he
Vern
had
would
to
eat,
eat one of
yeah.
us.
I think his favorite album would be Plantasia. Am I correct, Hayden?
Don't give it away.
I won't. That's an answer for exclusive Patreon
I haven't looked at
subscribers.
this content yet. I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing it's Mort Garson's Plantasia. Do we need to edit that out?
No, we're
It was
good.
something much weirder.
Okay, so it's not that.
No.
No.
Excellent.
Even weirder.
True. Very
Much
true.
weirder.
Check it out today on the Patreon. Last but not least, we are partners with Eldritch Foundry. If you use our code in checkout, you get 15% off. Our code is RollSlayers. Simple and easy. I think that's all the announcements. If we just want to play some D&D.
Well, hold on. I want to show people
Oh.
this drawing I'm making.
Cool.
The U-shaped building.
Can I put it on my fridge, Jeremy?
This is the Roll Slayer.
Oh.
Do you see that? It's like if we spelled it ROLL Slayers.
Is that our mascot?
It's a little
It's our mascot.
die with a sword.
Yeah, he
It's our
has a
mascot.
sword.
You want me to hold it up closer to the camera?
Uh,
You can
here.
hold it up there.
I'll hold it up to this one.
There we go.
How does that look? Can you see that?
Where you
We'll
go?
post it on the social media for those of you who are listening to audio only.
Forget about it.
No, it's great. We love it. Let's play some
man.
D&D. last we left off, the party spent some time in Degguldaar, speaking with Ogren Allseer at the Marble Crest Vault, the package receiver of Mokadis's, where he imparted some knowledge on them about Called Flake and the magic of sight that it can provide. Along the way, they did meet Chris's character,
Magnus McCullough.
Magnus. I keep wanting to say Magni, and it's killing me. Magnus McCollum, and fought some giants afterwards. Pretty, worse for the wear. They made their way back to their place of staying in Degguldaar, and in the morning they were all summoned to Stormhold, the fortress of the King of Degguldaar, meeting with a dwarven advisor, as well as head of the Mage College, it would seem, named Farney Fathomseeker, where he asked some qualifying questions before you guys go to have an audience with the king. And that's where we left off.
Did we ever talk to that girl? Shoot.
The bloody one?
Yeah,
Timrin?
the bloody one.
Yeah,
through the tea.
You didn't really talk to Timrin Wayforger. She kind of
Yeah,
busted in, laughed, covered in blood, hugged one of the clerks, and then left. And y'all were like, that was
yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it.
You just gotta know she killed a giant by herself.
But yeah, you guys, if you'd like to, he's gonna usher you guys into the kind of entryway, and you're brought back through to a set of metal double doors that are easily 60 feet in height, studded with these same glowing raw sapphires that you saw embedded in the walls. Some of them actually do spark and crackle with lightning every now and then. And these doors, they swing inward noiselessly as the guards open and advance, or revealing a expansive hallway, at least double the height of the doors, 120 feet. The ceiling can just barely be seen in the gloom of the chambers. However, double sets of metal pillars line each side, blue light emanating from the sapphire chunks in them. The floor is made of this kind of polished green obsidian, and a long blue carpet makes its way down to the end of the hall. But you guys are ushered inside, make your way down, and as you reach the end of the hall, you can make out this towering throne. A green obsidian floor flows into a set of stairs leading to a tall dais, the throne sitting proudly atop it. It's got this large rectangular form to it, two wings kind of leading up at that end abruptly at the top, and this kind of chunk of black rock almost being molded from it, like it flows down from this black rock that juts out from the back wall. And sitting on it is a dwarf in regal attire. He has honey blonde hair that extends to his shoulders, comprised of intricate braids and knots. His beard is almost to his knees, 3 separate braids. And he wears pale blue metallic armor of plate, and at his side lies a double-bitted great axe with these thick square heads as he's staring down at you.
Once I get to where I figure the appropriate distance would be, I would absolutely kneel and bow my head.
Sure. He just inclines and looks at the rest of you.
I would follow suit immediately.
Follow suit, yes.
With a little bit more trepidation and looking about, Cyrus will take his hat off and do the same as well.
Sure.
When they're kind of bowed down, Remy's gonna whisper over to Vinny, Venuthra, if I start to make a fool out of myself, please stop me from whatever I'm doing.
You got it.
Rise.
Immediately rise.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
We're the Guild of Goodwill. I'm Cyrus Grimalkin.
So I've heard. You no doubt know I am Lord Modi Stormbrewer, Clan Stormbrewer, King of Degguldaar.
That's what we suspected.
I've heard of your eminence before. In legends.
Oh, do tell.
You know the ones probably.
Forgive him. He's a bit nervous. A bit of a purveyor of your culture, and someone who admires the dwarf kind.
Max. Sorry.
Yes. Anyway,
You summoned us.
We were
Yes, we were asked here by Farmer Fallum Seeker.
Farney Fathom Seeker said that we should speak to you.
I heard about your encounter with some of these giant folk, and it got me curious about what a group of non-dwarves were doing down here in our tunnels. Obviously, you're an adventuring group, but is there a specific reason that you're down here?
Yes, we were on delivery, delivering a package of discreet nature to Ogrin Olsia.
And you just happened to jump into a fight?
Well, the fight kind of found us.
Right. If you're insinuating that we had anything to do with the bringing of this battle to your doors,
No.
it was not that at all.
I'm not insinuating that. It's just strange that you'd go out of your way to fight on the behalf of folk you don't know.
That is what we do.
Well, let me clarify.
The giants did. They kind of just popped out of a hole in the ground right in front of us.
Right.
And began to hurt innocent people.
We were
couldn't
there.
let them hurt anymore.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Have we offended by defending you where it was not needed?
No, it's just strange, and I have to prepare, perhaps, for war with Vilrum. I need every weapon I can have at my disposal, so I'm marshalling my defenses, as well as letting the rest of the conglomerate know, as Vilrum is quite a dangerous enemy. But I do need someone dependable to investigate what's going on down below.
Vinny looks left and right at his compatriots.
We have been looking for work.
It's true. Our job that brought us here has come to an end. And
Tell us more about Vilrum.
She is a fire giant laird of Stormhold. Or not Stormhold, that's here. Of Torchhome in the Underdark. She...
What was that again?
Torchhome.
Torchhome?
A metal fortress. Not unlike this, except surrounded by molten rock. She's been a thorn in my side for quite some time, as well as a larger thorn in the side of Degguldaar to the north. But never as aggressive as this. It's quite brazen for her to attack directly, instead of our mining parties or our explorers. That's why I want someone to go down there and see exactly what's going on. For her to have the actual prowess to rival us in terms of military, that would be something.
Has that not been the case before?
No. She's a strong leader, but she's never had the numbers to really threaten us.
And you're afraid that she does now?
Aye.
How have you in the past been able to keep the numbers down? Do you hunt them?
No, but we defend ourselves, and giants usually don't overpopulate.
does take a lot to feed a giant.
But it's concerning that she's got stone giants working for her as well.
So there's some sort of treaty with the stone giants, or
Think so.
partnership.
What lore might I know about giant relationships?
Yeah, I was gonna ask a similar thing. Like,
Sure.
would it strike as a strange that
I mean,
fire and stone are
make a basic history check. All of you can make a basic history check on this.
25.
Break my dice
Okay.
today. That is
20.
Okay.
21?
Oh, what is that?
Jeez.
I think I've got extras.
We're rolling like Tyler today.
Yeah.
Also a plus 6.
Hey.
All of you know everything about giants.
I rolled the 6 though.
Remy's specialty doesn't lie much further beyond dwarves.
Yeah, no, he's not an Underdark enthusiast.
I mean, Remy and dwarves is like Peggy Hill in Spanish.
Oh my gosh.
Rolled a 10.
A 10? So the three
Yes,
of
it
you,
I love it.
the three of you know a fair amount about giants. You know that giants have a very strict sort of caste system, headed up by storm giants being at the top, hill giants being at the bottom, etc., etc. They do not get along. Giants do not get along with other types of giants, ever. They hate each other. They have a fragile existence based on them not being around one another. That said, both stone and fire giants are known to occupy underground layers of some sort, with the fire giants usually sticking to more hot locations, geothermal activity, and the stone giants more open spaces, as well as kind of crystal caverns. Don't usually mix, even underground. But,
We wouldn't know anything about Vilrum or the civilization or
Oh, sure.
the
History-wise, yeah, with a 25 and 21 and 21.
20.
Vilrum is a legendary fire giant, if you will. She's got a reputation for being bloodthirsty and calculating. She's fought multiple wars, won territory, lost territory, but never anything above, the Underdark.
Okay.
So you guys, with those roles, not being familiar really with the Underdark, just barely know about her. She's curried a reputation above her station, quite literally, where people on the surface have heard of her.
What does that mean for a home if she's coming at us?
Well, it means that I'm marshalling our defenses. I'm letting the other clan heads know. I'm letting the Stone Staff see about perhaps adding some arcane defenses to the city, as well as battening hatches, closing tunnels, etc. At least until we can get this figured out. Hopefully, if you're amenable, we may be able to staunch this before it starts. My proposal is I loan you our head lore seeker of the Marble Crest's Vault, Timren Wayforger, to show you down in the passages to that area. And then she'll come back to me, of course. I need her for other business, but you could investigate, see what's going on. Perhaps find a way to break up an army if there is indeed an army. Get intelligence on Vilrum herself. Or perhaps even assassinate her if you feel like you could do it.
How exactly would our party manage down there? They're not going to be accustomed to seeing folks like us.
Well-
I think we would stand out.
Be a bit of stealth.
Yes.
Well, that is one
Is
of our
that-
strong suits.
Is that achievable down there?
Well, the largeness of you is smaller than a giant.
Would you mind repeating that, Magnets? I
The
didn't really...
largest of you is smaller than a giant.
Yes, that's true.
Yes. That
I
would
think-
probably be a problem.
Well, we have we've proven successful in every endeavor since we've began our journeys together, and therefore I have no doubt that we could be of some service to you.
Well, you are friends of the dwarves for what you've done, but if you're able to pull off some magic here, you'll be family.
We could all use family, I believe.
What does Remy's face look
Yes,
like right now?
what-
It looks kind of like the same as it always does, but he's kind of sweaty.
I like to think his eyes dilate a little bit like a cat's.
Or he's got like the
it's
anime, like
kinda
pink slash
that's
cheeks.
that's a good assessment. Tyler.
Awesome.
It would be an honor to fight alongside of you. It is very apparent that the dwarves here are not the assailants, and it's very evident that the giants had no desire to put on trial for any crimes, to go about in any sort of normal fashion. I mean, they just killed without asking questions. Innocent people were dying at their hands and their feet. So I do believe that we could take on. You see here, Lord Modi. Is that more of an informal? Should I call you Lord Stormbrewer?
Modi is fine.
So, Lord Modi, we don't typically take up arms on one or another side of a political faction. It's
It's a bit of a rule we have.
we prefer to be more of the underdog's champion.
More of a guild of goodwill
Right.
rather than a guild of any particular political ideology.
Take, for instance, what's happening in the Alonco, which I assume you know of.
No idea.
Well, maybe
These
it
guys are
doesn't.
cool.
Maybe it doesn't matter, but the Alonco lowlands have seceded from the Blackthorn Ascendancy, and so if you were seeking aid from either of these two nations, then they may not have the people to spare.
Degguldaar doesn't need help from any outsiders. Maybe in Degguldaar or Hagborum they trade, but we don't need anything.
I think we can all agree this situation is quite different from that above, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, in an
absolutely.
ethical sense, I mean, what we were just party to seemed pretty one-sided. But here's my concern: we, the five of us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if we're including magnets,
Magnus!
yeah, magnets. That was your name, right?
You give like a furrowed brow stare.
Anyways, the five of us took on 3 giants. I mean, we outnumbered them 5-3, and we did come out on top, but just barely. And if we're going down to where I suspect there are going to be many more than just 3 giants, if something were to make them think that we were intruders or interlopers of some sort, for example, the fact that we are only a fraction of their size, very, very clearly, very obviously, that might be a precarious situation for us.
Aye. It's
It is
a precarious situation.
Are you in possession of any knowledge or items that could help us blend in or keep us secret?
No.
I believe
But
the
I
logistics would be on us.
Stealth would be the the preferable approach unless you do want to fight more than 3 giants.
And we don't.
And we are relatively good at stealth, I think.
So we only fight if the opportunity seems either necessary or highly probable that we could outnumber them.
I will warn you, there's more than just giants down there.
Oh,
What else is there?
You ever heard of drow?
have we?
No.
What would I know about the Underdark potentially?
A lot. It sucks. Drow are corrupted elves who worship a goddess, if you can call her that.
More like a demon.
Queen of Spiders. There are also corrupted dwarves. There are mushroom folk called myconids. And brains that control a myriad of tentacle-faced abominations, among a few things.
It's nasty down there.
There's a reason we don't go deeper.
How far is Vilrum? Torch home.
I'm not sure. Timron would know best.
So what you're saying is this would you would make this worth our while if we had to go down there with all of that.
Of course.
Would
We're
you
dwarves.
have any
We
specific
have plenty of
requests
platinum.
us while we're there?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Speak
interrupt. But would you have
Louder.
would you have any specific requests of us while we're down there?
Yes. As I mentioned before, gather information about this army. Perhaps try and break it up. Perhaps try and kill Vilrum.
I'm game.
If information is all you can bring back, I'll take it. If war is coming, I'd like to be well informed. But if you can stop it, that's even better.
A tall
I'm-
order, but we can do what we
Can do it.
We'll do what we can. Cyrus, do you remember the Archmaid of Divination? We met them at
Yeah,
Urangol.
at the
At your-
quintessence. Yeah.
the Quintessence. That's exactly right. Wasn't there
We
something?
we were asked something about Vilrum.
Something about an obsidian rod.
Axe or I don't remember clearly, to be perfectly frank.
I've heard she has a spear of that nature.
Rod. I was thinking rod. Spear is the more dangerous version of a rod.
That's one way to put it.
What was the name of her keep? Not
Torchhome.
Torchwood. Torchhome.
So maybe while we're down there, we could steal the obsidian spear. I
That's a
forget its
possibility.
name. If we're doing stealth.
Yeah. And fortunately I have Franklin. What was your familiar's name?
Dorinda.
I've got Franklin, you've got Dorindo, and
If you call her Dorito.
Franklin.
Cyrus has never heard of Doritos. It's fine.
no. If he had though.
She's somewhat reclusive, but she's here.
Yeah. I mean, I think we'll need to rely upon our familiars heavily.
So what you're saying is you want to go to the terrible, evil fire giant
If
and
we're in the
steal
area,
her prized possession.
I'm saying Venuthra may be saying that. I'm saying that if the opportunity presents itself.
The lizard and the spider will do it for us.
No. I'm saying that the lizard and the spider can whatever it is that we're doing down there can help us to do reconnaissance and stealth and know what it is that we're walking into before we walk into it.
Well, if you need, I also have my Timothy.
My friends, perhaps the Lord's time wouldn't be best served by our tactical discussions.
Sure, we're in.
Right. I mean, we again. Yes, this is dangerous, but this is what we do.
Are you in or out?
We are in, of course. I just seemed that
We're in. Let's do it.
no trepidation whatsoever. I will go to Vilrum's lair. I will steal her rod. I'll hopefully take her head with it, and we'll call it that.
Very well. Thank you, Guild of Goodwill.
Where could we find Timra?
Should probably be at Marble Crest Vault. And he reaches over and pulls a sheaf of paper from what seems to be kind of like a side bucket of his throne, and slams it down on an armrest, scribbles something down, and produces some hot wax and seals it. Holds it out to whoever wants to come get it. And
Vinny will lean forward. Thank you. We'll go and I believe we saw her at the Marble Crest Vault just before we came here, so we'll go track her down.
very good. Well, I'll see you when you return.
Excellent.
Make your way out of Stormhold, out of the gates of the keep, and back towards Marble Crest, or do you guys have other things to attend to?
Between, like, how far it, because Magnus needs to say goodbye to his parents before he leaves town for the first time ever.
That's going to be on the other side of town.
Okay, so
So if you need to go there first,
no, I was just thinking in terms of like, if it's on the way, take care of that first. But if
Yeah,
that's on the
it's
other
not-
side of town,
so you guys are in the Deeping Core, which is at the bottom. So you got Stormhold, you got Marble Crest, and then you got the Hole. So it's all down here. So if you want to go up and then go back down, that
Okay.
could make more sense. Especially if you guys have any gear you want to buy, that's up on the top as well on Tunneler's Perch, or
yeah.
Anything else you want to do.
Absolutely. I think we have some slave money to
Oh, let's not call it that, please.
Slave money.
yes, to redeem.
No, it was
What kind
stolen
of
from
group is that
slavers.
joining here?
No, it was stolen from slavers. It's not money from slaves.
Right. It's not. Just before. Okay, let me give you a quick rundown, and then I want to hear more about Timothy. But before we came here, we put an end to a slave ring.
Okay.
We fought a Bahir. Are you familiar?
With a 25 history check earlier, yeah, you're familiar.
We fought and slayed a Bahir. This one over here, he. Let me just tell you, he really barged it up.
Barged it up.
Well, I had a bit of a late introduction to the fight due to some questionable choices that I made.
Next time, just come through the door with the rest of us.
I thought it was a good idea. Anyways, I got in. I was feeling pretty fresh when I got in, and it was most of the way done. So, just polished it off for everybody.
Well, we really didn't know what we were walking into. The strategy was sound. It just didn't pan out the way we intended.
Either way, we were able to procure a sizable sum from these slavers, and we're saving it for a special purpose, something worthy of.
I guess money stolen from slavers is not that bad.
We also took.
Yeah, but if you think about the implications, I mean, if it's money stolen from slavers, it's probably money that was earned using the labor of slaves, and so probably would be better suited for, or better used as reparations of some kind. But
Did you free the slaves?
No, well, we didn't actually find any.
yeah,
We found other slaves and we freed them, although that was a different situation.
We don't like people being locked up against their will.
That's true.
Anyway, I guess unless they did something bad. Anyway, let's not get into an ethical debate at the moment.
No.
All that
We
to
have
say,
some money
we're
to
not
spend.
slavers.
Yes.
We put an end to slavery. No matter.
Kind
Earn
of.
some money in the process.
Right.
Yes.
And no matter.
Oh, aye.
Excellent.
What?
So you guys headed to Pig Stickers / Flintbeards to pick up your stuff. What are you guys doing?
That's
So-
fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Quick little goodbye to the parents.
Sure. You
What-
make your way up, pick up your assorted items from your rooms, check out. You run inside and say your goodbyes. Do you wanna say that, or do you wanna just
Yeah,
have it be quick?
it's a big deal.
Okay, yeah.
It's the first time Magnus is leaving home.
So you see your mom at the counter, like scratching her beard a little bit. Hi. Well, you had a summons.
I did. The king wants us to go to the Underdark.
Who you?
Well, this crew that calls themselves the Guild of Goodwill. Apparently, the king lumped me in with them.
You and your friends from yesterday.
Well, the people. I guess you could call them friends.
They're
There's
only
nothing-
52 years old.
I'm 53, Ma. I'm not a baby anymore.
And to be fair, a hardy fight, as we were a part of yesterday, will make any group of people friends very quickly. It would mean a lot to us if we could bring him with us.
Who's gonna work the front counter? You expect me and your father to work it this entire time?
Isn't that what you've always done?
She's stumped on that one. Like she's like trying to figure out an argument for that.
You wouldn't even let me change the money.
2 weeks. And you. I'll hold you personally responsible for each hair out of place.
Sounds good.
Each hair. She points at you with a very heavily muscled arm.
I'll take very good care of your baby boy. Are you ready, baby boy?
He's like, there's like, maybe kind of stone faced, knowing that I'm still pretty young in dwarven years.
All right. But only because the king asked it.
Well, if only the king. Yes. While we're here, this is Pig Stickers, a famous forge. Perhaps there are items here that would be beneficial as we make our way into the Underdark.
Well, we got weapons and armor. We got grappling hooks and steel ladders and pythons.
We'll
Don't
take
have any horseshoes, but we've got goat shoes.
anything that would be helpful where we're
think-
going.
We will certainly need a set of pythons. I'll take a set of pythons.
Do you,
And rope.
do you want to just buy some climbing gear?
Yes, climbing
Yes.
gear.
I would also like climbing gear.
Would you mind outfitting the entire bunch with climbing gear?
Speed run shopping.
It's 25 gold for each of you for a climber's kit.
Okay.
Excellent.
You want to take that out of our slave money?
Wasn't going to, but I can.
As distinguished from like the regular
I-
pile.
Yes. We usually divvy it up, and this is what's not been divvied up. I'm keeping it.
Is this
It
conversation
doesn't feel
happening out
right.
loud?
It does not feel right just yet. Not on climbing gear. That's not right. Maybe on a really nasty piece of weaponry, or
I vote climbing gear. I don't want to have to go through that ordeal again.
okay. Well, we definitely need climbing gear. Can we all cover that out of our own purses?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
She goes to
do it.
a cabinet on the side and opens it up and produces 5 sacks of pythons and places it in front of each of you. She obviously, you get a free climber's kit. It's your mom.
Sick.
And then, grappling hooks, assorted pieces of rope. Each of you get a nice big hammer, as well as a few like modifications to the pythons that allow you to kind of do more lateral movement with them if you need stuff like that. You all settle up with 25 gold each. You need anything else? Swords,
we've got
armor.
Climber's kit. Yes, I'm interested in anything that, and Vinny would kind of open his coat and kind of show him. I know that my form is perhaps a little bit different than most that you service, but if you have anything that would help arm me better, protect me from assailing giants, I would be much obliged.
I mean, I've got heavier stuff for sure. Half plate and plate mail and splint.
Well, it is
Got a
necessary
shield.
that we stay quiet for this mission.
You're already wearing studded leather. Do you need any weaponry, perhaps? Or a shield?
I could use a shield, certainly.
Sure. That'll be 10 gold.
So, I'm not very good with weaponry, but do you have anything like this, but, you know, not made out of scrap metal? He presents a sword.
I can do something. Are you looking for a greatsword?
I can't use that.
Too tiny.
Longsword? What are you looking for in terms
it-
of like D&D stats?
I mean, if it's the same as my current one, which is longsword, then yes.
Okay.
But we sort of homebrewed it because there's no good monk weapons.
Yeah, no. She probably has a nicer version of what you have for a little bit more pricey.
That's fine.
Okay, so she'll produce a nice giant dhow for you that seems to be made of like this silvered metal with a gold pommel and red leather wrapped handle. And she says, that'll be 15 gold pieces.
It's beautiful.
In front of you, Liz, she places a what would be a dwarven tower shield is a regular shield for you, but it is this big square shield of kind of like this burly like dwarf visage in square proportions that is snarling and has a battle axe over his head.
Cool.
Would sorry, I'm actually going to ask this out of character.
Sure.
Would it make sense for me to have a shield? Does it matter? Do I?
It just gives you +2 to your AC, but it's hard to wield a weapon and a spell sling
I
and a
don't
shield at the
think
same
that
time.
warlocks can wield
I don't know if you're
shields.
proficient in them.
Yeah. Okay, so it would require proficient.
Yeah, I think you.
I'm not
you need
proficient. Okay, I just D&D Beyond has a really cool thing. You just check if you're proficient,
Yeah,
and
she was just
then all the cool items disappear.
She was just offering what a dwarven, sense
right.
of protection would be, which is plate armor and a shield,
Perfect. I don't know that any of this will be beneficial to me. Are there any magical items
No, we
here
don't
or
deal-
elsewhere?
There are a few dealers of magic in the city, here and there.
Might be worth making a quick stop.
Looking for magic armors or something.
Anything to help increase my armor, to shield me from attacks.
What time of day is it?
help with
It's
stealth.
early morning. You guys were summoned first thing in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to take up too much of our time, but it would be nice to just see. Who would you recommend?
Perhaps the Iron Carapace. It's down the way.
All right, Iron Carapace.
Are there any bookstores in town?
Aye, there are. There's the Storyteller's Trove and Bound in Iron.
What do the two stores specialize in different things, or?
Bound in Iron's more older, antique tomes. You get a little bit more variety at the other, at Storyteller's Trove.
Okay. And I'm going to turn to the rest of the group and say, what does our time frame look like today? Are we wanting to head out immediately, or?
I have no other heading. So
I'm fine. If we want to head out immediately, that's
perhaps
fine.
we could do some reconnaissance. I've never been to the Underdark. It wouldn't be bad to
Do we know the way?
pick up some information about the Underdark, but
Do we know how to get to the Underdark?
Timrin's supposed to show you.
Timrin.
She's gonna guide
Okay.
us.
Timrin will show us.
Okay.
I think Timrin will probably know everything that we'll need to know about the Underdark.
That
She
is
was-
Hopefully.
Let's make
Ferocious
sure that we
looking.
don't repeat the mistake with the package from Okada's.
Yeah.
And let's ask questions about what we're supposed to do exactly.
Okay, I think we'll probably be in good shape with her.
Well, but let's make sure to ask questions.
Okay.
So, does that conclude your business here?
yes, thank you, and we will bring back
One hair. Out of place.
all of Magnus's.
And then you're really going to be needing some armor.
That's fair enough. I know who to come to get it.
Have a good day. She goes back to an account book, waves off her son, in a huffy voice, shouts out to the forge. He's going down to the Underdark! To the dad. Ah! You hear on the way out of dismay. But you guys are headed where?
We will go to. I would like to go to the Iron Carapace.
Okay. And then you do want to go to a bookstore?
Yeah, I'll go to a bookstore.
So we'll start with the Iron Carapace. It is a...
I'll go there too.
Okay.
Where are you going, Hayden? Are you going to the bookstore or are you going to the Iron Carapace?
Iron Carapace. I need some stuff.
Those of you who make your way down the street will find a dark iron building. Indeed, an iron carapace that kind of looks like a half barrel. Think like the Krusty Krab a little bit, but made of iron. No windows, no nothing. Just one solid door in the middle. And you open it, and it is this kind of dim, dank, poorly lit room with quartz, like pink quartz floors, and that same kind of blue fungi wood counters and racks of various baubles and curiosities lie there, as well as a younger looking female dwarf at the back counter who seems to be toying with some sort of little like wing on a boot. It looks to be like kind of a gilt silver wing that she's kind of looks like she's trying to see if it's loose at all, but she takes note of you guys entering and says, welcome, look around. Welcome to the Iron Carapace. You guys can take some time looking around, but you see a fair amount of stuff here. You see, various breastplates and chain shirts, and a couple of amulets, those boots that she was working on. You do recognize her cloak of protection. There are some magic darts, some magic gloves, a couple of instruments, a mace, some rings, what look to be some prayer beads, what looks to be like a paper fan, some staffs, some leather armor, and some great axes, all sorts of stuff. If there's anything of interest, I can point it out, or I can just read the inventory if you guys are wanting just the inventory.
I might be interested in some leather armor.
Okay.
If this is all of this magical?
This is all magical.
Okay, well,
It's actually studded leather, and it is armor of resistance to poison damage. So you'd be resistant to poison damage with it.
Go ahead.
How much for the studded leather?
That?
Poison resistance.
I'll let it go for 5,000.
That's a lot, but potentially manageable. I see you have a cloak of protection.
I do.
And how much is that?
That would run you 2,750 gold pieces.
That's not
The
bad.
markup down here is ridiculous.
Okay, and
There's also these boots of elven kind.
do they help with stealth?
They can.
And what else?
You also have advantage on dexterity checks, stealth, that rely on moving silently. While you wear these boots, you make no sound regardless of the surface you're moving across.
Not a bad idea for...
Would those counter my armor?
Yeah. Well, I would say, so since you're rolling at advantage every time based on sound, and armor kind of is clanky,
Mm-hmm, right.
I'd say that would cancel out your armor.
How much are those boots?
2,750 gold pieces.
It's not... that would be extremely beneficial to at least someone here. It would depend on...
Is everybody else in light or no armor?
Now, excuse me, if you don't mind my asking, what are these darts down here?
Oh, those are pretty special darts. They allow you to penetrate armor more deeply, as well as they're a bit more accurate.
Huh. You know, what's the cost on these?
100 gold each.
100 gold each.
There are
That's not-
5 darts. They are all +2.
Well, this seems like something from the bargain counter.
Oh yeah, there's not many purveyors of darts around these parts.
I would understand. It's not quite the boisterous and bold way of the dwarves.
I made it, and I thought, oh, this will be a fun, unique weapon that people can use, but they don't sell well.
Well, I'm a fun and unique kind of guy.
Tell you what, I'll give you all 5 of them for 400.
That's a steal. I simply have to. Thank. Yes. He forks over his own money.
She spits in her hand, shakes your hand as you're holding out the gold, and then takes it.
I guess she likes spitty gold.
He spits in his hand too.
There we go.
After y'all have already
Yeah,
shaken.
yeah.
Yes.
Love it.
Like he forgot, and then he did it afterwards.
Is there anything else you guys are interested in here?
We'll be honest. The king has summoned us to the Underdark.
Aye.
And if you have any... we assume that our mission will need to be a discreet one, if we're not to be caught. So anything that would help with sneaking and stealth would be helpful. Thievery, picking locks.
Well, I've got gloves of swimming and climbing that might come in handy. I've got that cloak of protection, as I said. A couple of weapons of warning, which allow you to have a bit of detection being snuck up on. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's much else that might help you down there.
Those boots of elven kind do look very nice.
They're very good. I've got a Quoll's feather token fan, if you're interested in that.
This is... Do you mind if I... And he would ask if he could hold it, or if
The fan?
the fan, or if
Sure.
he would pick it up off the shelf.
Yeah, it's
What color is it?
it is this. It's a metal fan actually, where it's got metal links that fan out, but in between it looks almost like sail canvas. It's just kind of off white. But she, as you're looking at it, she says, "You can toss this in the air, and it will make a large fan that takes its place, and it will create a strong wind. So if you have a boat, it would push it along.
Oh, very interesting. There's not a lot of boats up here.
Oh, there are boats in the Underdark, for sure.
Oh, interesting.
Great lakes down there. Rivers.
Do you think we would need a self-propelling boat?
No idea.
Magnus, what about you? Should we...
Never been to the Underdark.
What?
I know about it, but I've never been.
Are we with them there at the?
Oh yeah.
We
Oh,
went
yeah,
to,
we're-
we
You guys
went to
were
a
at the
different
bookstore.
store.
That's right.
Sorry about that.
What'd you say?
They're at a
We're
different
at a
store.
different store.
Oh, the
Oh, they're at the bookstore.
I'm sorry. Okay, so
Shopping.
what do you say, Bells? Could we pull the slave? Let's not. It's a long story, but we're good people.
Okay.
Should we pull the party funds? I will gladly contribute as much as I have.
I think so. At
But
least
to get
that.
those 2 items.
Yes.
Cloak of protection and the boots of elvenkind.
Is there any way that you could do that both for 5,000?
But make a persuasion check.
Getting there.
You want? Here, you can use my novelty large dice for the night.
That would be wonderful. Yes, thank you.
Love
The
it.
big boys.
All
I
right.
never roll them anyway, so.
That didn't roll. Okay.
Okay, maybe not nice.
But that's fine. It's 21.
Well,
21?
it's fine.
You know what? You're with the king. I'll give it to you for 4,750.
That
We'll
is
take it.
extremely kind. And so so 3,745 gold. Don't ask where that came from. And
Slides it across the table.
I would take out 1,000 gold and add that.
Okay, so that's it then.
Yeah.
Well, and then he would put
Nope, I already
50
did
silver for the other 5.
For the other 5, what?
For the other 5, I did 37.45.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
anyway.
that totals up. She slides these 3 purses across the table.
I just like sliding through my notes and I see Mr. Finger's name. I was just thinking about Cyrus's old friend, Richard Fingers.
Why were you thinking
I
about
don't know.
him?
I don't know.
Venuthra, are we good to go now?
Does that conclude
Yes.
our business here?
Yes,
You've
ma'am.
been
Thank you so much.
Most wonderful. Thank you very much. We will join our friends at the Bound in Irons. Is that where you guys went? You go Bound in Irons or Storyteller's Trove?
Which one was closer?
They're both within the Axe Garden Market, so
Bound in
distance
Irons,
distance is
probably.
negligible. Yeah. Okay. Bound in iron.
Yeah, was it bound in irons or bound,
Bound
in
in
iron?
That makes
Okay.
more sense.
I was like, oh, wait, what?
That makes a lot more sense.
Whoops.
Gosh.
So you guys head out of the Iron Carapace, looking for your friends. Meanwhile, you guys come to a small wooden shop storefront. It would seem looks to be 2-story with a big circle window at the top that has faint candlelight flickering. But enter and it is floor to wall bookshelves on pretty much every wall besides the back wall, which has a ladder that seemingly goes up to the second floor, as well as a counter. The defining feature is that all of these books are actually bound by chains into the actual shelves themselves, each one having their own little slot. You see a frazzled older dwarf with only half a nose, kind of startle as you open. Oh, hello. What can I do for you? Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome to Bound in Iron.
Hello.
Hey.
Just for like flavor, have I been here before? Like,
Yeah, you've been here before. There are some rare tomes that sometimes he refuses to sell to Marble Crest. He's a little bit like a dwarven doomsday prepper, but bookish.
yeah.
Cyrus is gonna pull in the chain just a little bit and say, "But this really cuts down on shoplifters, huh?"
Oh, you mean the chains?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's because they're rare, and well, I guess shoplifting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are you doing? What do you want?
You know, Cyrus's MO, he's looking for spells, but easily distracted by fantasy Agatha Christie.
Sure. These are mostly as you're looking around and he's showing you around. There are a few, not spell books, but you see books that have spell theory and books on crafting your own spells specifically.
I think Cyrus would be interested in something like that, especially as he's been trying to extend his clairvoyance.
Sure. He goes, if you're interested in that one, there's actually that. And he looks up and reaches really high up and produces a key from it's like a little bit of, like a magician like pulling something out of his robe where he just has a key from his sleeve somehow and unlocks it, pulls down this very thick, dusty green tome, and produces it and says, "This would be interesting to you. It's manifestations of the unseen."
Ooh, that does sound interesting.
It's I forget the mage's name who wrote it, but basically, it's the guy who created the ninth school of magic. You know, you use your mind, psychic magic.
I don't know that I'm familiar with that school.
There is a tower dedicated at the quintessence
there
to
is?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's so in this world, there's actually psychic is one of the schools of magic.
Okay.
So it's like necromancy or abjuration or whatever.
Right. Is it at all related to divination?
Nope. Completely separate.
Okay.
But he made his own school and had some musings on spell creation.
Huh. Do you mind if I flip through it a little bit?
Oh, it's very rare. I don't let anyone flip through my books unless they're bought. And the Marble Crest have been biting at the bit, so to speak, to get this one.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I like to rub a little bit of dirt in their eye and just hold it out of reach.
How much is it?
Oh, for that tome, I'd let it go for 2,000. It's exceedingly rare.
At that time, could Vinny and Bells walk in?
You guys are probably still having the combo over at the magic store. You spent a while there.
Okay, let us know when we get there.
Sure.
Metagame. How much do we have in party funds? Did we drain it dry?
We did. It's gone. Plus 1,000 of my gold.
And that's fine. I, as a player, I'm metagaming here. Yeah, the Boots of Elvenkind, we want that.
Okay, yeah.
Cloak of Protection.
And
we
we got
that.
both. Yeah.
Cyrus is going to say, I may need to confer with some of my companions about that. That is a rather steep price.
I wouldn't sell it to anyone here, but I'll sell it to a traveler.
Huh. Why is
Like
that?
Ogren. All those marble vaults, they're elitist. Knowledge should be for all, not them stone staffs and them marble crest vaults. Books are to be read, not hoarded. And he looks around at his hoard of books.
Wish I were there.
I'm guessing if Magnus is any kind of familiar with him, he's probably like laughing.
Bro's a little crazy.
Cyrus is going to say, I don't know so much about Marble Crest. I'm rather new here, but I'm inclined to agree with you.
Well,
Out of
I have
his
a.
name?
I'm sorry.
Remind me of his name.
Snarny.
Snarny.
Snarny half nose now.
Snarmy.
You don't know what his name was before he lost his nose, but now it's Snarny half nose.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
I have other tomes if you're interested. Is there anything else you're seeking out?
Over here, Snarmy!
Ah,
You have anything that would help a fella survive in the Underdark?
catalogs of fungi, the history of the Degguldaar in 5 volumes,
Anything in the way of
the anatomy of...
spells?
Oh, no. I have a few books that contain spells, but I don't know what spells they may be. It's a bit of a gamble. But if you're looking for an anatomy of myconids and a dissertation on rapport spores, I have that. How to survive drought poison, I think I have a pamphlet on that. It's a little outdated by about 400 years.
I might check out a spell book.
Okay. He doesn't have any spell books, but he has books with spells in them. You can find a journal of one of the former stone staffs. He'll offer it to you for about 1,500 gold.
1,500 gold.
And it will come with Misty Step and Fireball.
Out of character question. Oh, I already have Fireball. But Misty Step might be worth it to me. Is that something I could charge to the pick stickers tab?
You can make an attempt.
Like,
Warm up that die.
oh yeah, see if that works. What role would that be?
You trying to charge it?
Yeah.
Make a persuasion roll.
Okay, that's 12. Minus 9.
9.
-3.
Yeah.
Good. What?
Minus
3.
He's not a very charismatic guy.
How did you even do
He's a
that?
little baby.
The baby boy.
And also, nobody can understand half of what he says.
Thick dwarvish accent.
You ask to charge it to pick stickers, and he looks down at you. Boy, I've known you since you are a wee lad. I know when you're trying to swindle me, your ma ain't gonna pay for those studying tools.
But why not?
She wants you to work at the Soul Forge, you know that.
I'm 53, Snarby.
And it's
I'm not a child
1,500
anymore.
gold for the book. Don't make me ask again.
Puts the books that he was looking at back on the shelf and... Come on, Cyrus.
Good. Oh, wait, I didn't do business with you. Bye.
What?
It's around this point that you guys are walking in as they're walking out.
Cyrus, did you find anything interesting?
I did. I found a really interesting book on crafting spells that may come very much in handy as I'm trying to extend my clairvoyance, and we're heading into this very dangerous.
Yes, that would be so.
Welcome to Bound in Iron.
Hello, thank you.
What does it do? What is it about?
It's about it gives a lot of insight into crafting your own spells, which is actually something I've been trying to. Bells, when I spied on your father,
My mother.
well, they were both there.
Yes.
Your father was wearing dwarven armor, I remember. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Anyways, it was only 2,000 gold.
Oh, do you
Right.
have that much money?
I mean, we have that in our slave money, don't we?
Right, we have to keep. It's better that we don't say.
Well,
Let's call it party money.
It doesn't matter
we
now. The
don't-
slave money is gone.
What?
Well, we do have
were you robbed?
893 silver pieces.
Oh,
So there's that.
Yes, we bought some rather...
Useful items.
Yes.
Like Cyrus is visibly
Oh.
disappointed.
Wait.
now-
No,
And he's got his hat in his hands, just like what?
Now, Bells is not okay.
It's all right. We
Didn't think that Cyrus would find anything as useful
As a
as
reminder,
this.
John the player is totally
Right,
okay. with
right.
So we bought boots of elven kind, which will help Bells counteract her noisy armor.
Perhaps we
Okay.
could return them, though.
Well,
If
I
this...
mean, boots of elven kind, and we got Remy, his belt of dwarven beard.
and this
And-
cloak of
And all.
protection.
Like you, I was thinking of.
Oh, you wanted to be like me?
Well, yes.
That's
And it will
I'm-
protect, help me. I don't have a magic shield like you do.
that's true. I'm sure. You know what? I'm sure this will all come in handy. Maybe they have
Wait,
something.
We might-
wait. I have 400.
Excuse me. Can I help you? There's kind of congregation around.
Well, we're trying to see if we have the ability to afford that tome.
Oh. Well, come on in then.
Right. Thank you. So I have. Let me check, and I'll count.
There's no way we haven't.
Yeah, no.
Um,
I have 18 gold.
Oh.
I have
I've got like 400.
I have 400. We're close. 80,
If we
89
pooled
here.
all of our money, we would not have enough money to buy this tome.
Perhaps that I could sell some of these extra weapons that I don't really need. Magnus, is there a place where I
Maybe
could
only pick your favorite
dispose
5.
of these? I do have like a dozen. Also, just so everyone is clear, I'm still wearing the Hawaiian shirt.
What?
That's hilarious.
Forgot about
You
that.
know,
I was like, in front of the king, I'm there
With
in
the
the pineapples.
now on
Classic.
the other hand, here it does. I would wager that after we completed the king's quest, we'd probably have more than enough funds to purchase your book.
How much can you muster right now?
Oh, good. You do layaway.
No, this is mostly spitting in the eye of Ogren Allseer.
Well, I have.
I've got about 400.
Thinks just because he doesn't have any eyes, he's all special. I don't have a nose.
I also have 400. Remy. And what about all that money that Alin left us?
She didn't leave you any money.
Yeah, she took all our
What
money
about
to go.
that money
She
Alin
didn't,
left us?
she didn't leave you any money.
She was always leaving people money.
Not us.
Not where
Anyway,
it counts.
Remy, did you drain the coffers?
No, I have about 400 gold.
Insight. I want to insight that.
He wants to see if you're lying.
Do I believe? Is he
Oh.
lying?
I
Do I-
accidentally lied, but I do. I have 531 gold. This is going to be. Here's the thing. I would say that Remy doesn't want to give it up, but he's also quite prone to being bullied. So let me roll something here.
Intimidation check from Jeremy, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah. Passive intimidation.
Honestly,
Passive
like,
social.
this is. Here's what you should. You do technically would have passive intimidation, I think.
I
Everyone does.
would like get down where I'm eye level with him. Which how tall is Remy? He's not that much shorter than me. Is he?
He's like 2.5 feet tall.
Okay, so I would get down, and Remy, whatever we get from the king, if you could do this, I feel like this might be
Oh, I didn't
greatly
mean to-
powerful. I've seen Cyrus work, and if he could hone this craft, whatever the king gives us, I could give you my share. If you would just loan us this bit for now.
Oh no, I didn't mean. I'm a team player. I didn't mean to imply that otherwise.
Vinny-
Here's what I've got. I'm gonna leave a little bit behind in case I need to buy some more materials to make more potions.
I promise I personally will pay you back, if not of this from my family money.
Okay, I like I said, it's fine. I can always make more. I have skills.
So how much can you muster?
And just for the record, Vinny has a passive 15 intimidation.
Okay, so a
So-
passive 15 is I'm gonna roll.
Yeah, roll a charisma.
Yeah,
Roll your for charisma.
I'll roll a saving throw. That's right. It's a 3, baby.
Okay.
Vinny just takes a step toward him and with like almost a gesture to reason with him with his hand out, kind of like.
And he just dumps a bunch of cash into that hand.
with that roll, it just wets his pants.
Thank you, Remington. This is going to be very helpful.
I hope so.
So what? 500. I have 403. Let me add this up. On
How
my
much was
paper.
it? 1,500?
It was 2, I believe.
Two?
He said 2,000.
So we've
But
got
he said, what
1,300
deal
gold
can you
together.
guys make, basically? He's like, how much can you pay?
Okay.
437.
Okay. And yours was 513.
I'm gonna say 500 because I need to retain 25 gold to make another potion of healing.
Okay.
I
And
keep doing that. in the
Oh man,
background.
you guys should have bought some potions of healing.
I do have a couple.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
My dude,
We've-
I've been making them and subtracting them from my coin funds every time we have downtime.
Nice.
All right.
So we have 1,340 gold pieces.
That'll do.
809. Right. And then he just shoves the 1340.
Takes it, takes the book down, dusts it off on both sides.
Gosh, we are broke.
Would you like a tote
Go.
bag?
Kind of like it.
Book bag.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, what
Yes.
else?
Let's
would
go.
we?
All right.
What else?
Get
would
broke
just
and
sit
die.
there? Just
Produces a small wooden box from below the counter and pulls out a tote bag that has a chained book, kind of like painted logo on the side. It's made out of like what looks to be like kind of what you suspect to be goat textile, but he hands it over.
Okay, what is the title of the book?
I forgot. I don't remember what I said. So, TBD.
Okay,
until
I
can
want to
listen
know
it.
what expression is on Cyrus's face right now.
I'm going to call it spellcrafting for the uninformed.
Oh wait, it was like ruminations on the unseen.
That's right, yeah.
Well, there you go. Ooh.
I
For his
remember.
creepy doll. Are you aware of the creepy doll?
Oh,
Not
he's
in this game.
Oh.
Oh boy, he's got a ventriloquist dummy.
With a glass eye.
Awesome.
It's a spell casting focus for
Yes.
a divination spell.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
What does Cyrus look like?
Cyrus, he's trying unsuccessfully to hold in his giddiness. But he's like he's gently, very
Is he, like,
gingerly
vibrating?
gingerly putting the book into the box, closing it, but he can't wait to just rifle through the pages. But he knows how old it is. It does want to be careful with it.
Sure.
Is there anything else you guys have to do up here on the tunnel's perch before you go back down?
I don't
Go
think
back
we
down.
can.
You guys head back down to the Marble Crest vault. I keep wanting to say sanctuary. I don't know why. Marble Crest vault. And approach the doors. And that's where we'll end tonight.
No!
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Shopping episode.
Yes.
Sorry.
Welcome.
Oh no!
Sorry.
We always do shopping episodes with guests.
But we had him for a prolonged time this time, so.